first graders, welcome to a new math lesson. We are on topic 7. This is new topic, counting and number patterns of 220. So this is something really exciting. So please make sure you have topic 7, the new topic for this week. All right, in this topic, we will be learning new words. So we will be learning skip counting and keeping a pattern to skip counting, such as 5, 10, 15. So the same number I added when I have the first one, it's going to be the same when I add the second one. That's called skipping by 5 because it's the same 5. That's the keeping a pattern. All right, and you will be also learning new words such as column. So this is a column. This is a column. So the column, fifth column, this is the first column, and then the word is row. This is the line of the things one next to each other. So this is a row, starting from left to right, it's a row. From left to right, it's a row. So from 1 all the way to 10, to that first row, or this is the second row, or this is the highlighted one, the last row. All right, and then they usually have fun games here that related to that lesson we will be covering, so you can have fun and play with your friends, your siblings. Okay, so let's start lesson 1. So we are on topic 7, lesson 1, page 239. Okay, so you have learned how to make numbers 10 by using 10 frames. Remember when we used to have a number, and let me remind you, paper here. Let's say, for example, I say 7 plus 8 equals, then I have my 10 frames. This is one, and then this is my second 10 frame. So I'm saying 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So remember, we used to move to fill the first 10 frame to make 10, and then I count what I have left. So remember, we used to, okay, I will remove this and this and this to fill the gap here. So now I have 10, and how many left? 5. So 7 plus 8 equals 10 plus 5, which is 10 plus 5 equals 15. That means 7 plus 8 equals 15. So that's what we covered in the previous unit. Today you will learn how to use the 10 frames to make numbers 219s. Previously we used to do till 10. Now we're going to do till 19. So let's start with our new lesson. Topic 7, lesson 1, making number 11 to 19. All right, over here we're going to use counters to show certain numbers. Let's say number 1 here, I'm going to say 17. So this is my choice, number 17. I need to show 17 over my 10 frames. So here's my counters. I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna fill the 10 frames, then I put the leftover, or what's left, over here. So first I'm gonna make 10. So I know that the first row is 5 and the second row is 5, so my doubles, 5 plus 5 equals 10. So this is my first 10 frames, right? My number was, or is 17, so 10. Now I need to put the leftover to make 17. So after 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? So now I have 17. So if I want to read this, what I'm gonna say 17 is 10 plus 7, or 10 and 7. So that's what I need to put here. So 17 is, my first 10 frame is complete, so it's 10. And how many leftover I have there? I know that the first row means 5, 6, 7. 17 is 10 and 7. Very good. Okay, let's see number 2. I'll say number 2 is 12. So 12 is going to be, again, 10 and 2. Very good. Why I'm saying this? Because if I completed my 2 10 frames, that's 10 and 10. But since the second number, leftovers, it's not 10, it's less than 10, and that's why we say the title of your lesson 11 to 19. That means it's not completed 10 frame. One is completed, the second one is not completed. So it's going to be always 1 10 and then the leftover. So that's how we say it here. If I say number 14, how many 10s in number 14? 1 10 and 4 leftovers. Are you sure? Yes. Let me draw my 2 10 frames. So 10, 14. So that's mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my first 10. But see the next number? The next number is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's why I will say 14 is 10 plus 4. If I say 19, no problem. 19, okay, let me make another 10 frame here. Use 19. All right, this is one 10 frame. This is my second 10 frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my first 10. And then how many I have left over? Less than 10? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 19 is 10 plus 9. 10 plus 9, or 10 and 9. I know and means plus, means addition. You get it? So let's do that over here. Okay, so let's see the next number. We say 12. So let me, as I see, 12 means 1 10, very good, and 2 leftovers. So I'm putting my first 10 frame to complete it, because this is 10, and then 2 more. So 12 is 10 and 2. All right? All right, so let's put all my counters on the side. And as I told you before, you can use coins, you can use stickers, you can use cubes, anything that you can use to play with this game or help you to count. All right, let's see here. Page 240. Number 11 through 19 have names. So this is how to say and write it in letters. So this is how you write it in mathematic way, like numbers, and this is how we write it in letters. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So we need to pay attention to the way we write it, because we're gonna need it in the next activity that we have the numbers and we need to use the words that we learn. So try to memorize it if you can. All right, you can make numbers 11 to 19 with one group of 10 and some ones. So that's when we have 1 10 frames, and the leftovers we use the second 10 frame. For example, 11 is and 1 extra or 1 left over. So that's how we write 11 in letters. All right, 17 is 10 and 7. So 17 is one group of 10, one 10 frame, and then 7 left over, 7 counters that I need to fill, use the second 10 frame. Number 19, the same. 19 is 10 and 9. With 19 is one group of 10 and 9 left over. And that's how we write the word 19. All right? It's really easy and fun and help you to count and add easily. All right? So let's start with guided practice. Use counters to make each number, then write each number as 10 and some ones. So 12, you have this first page, and that's what we're gonna always use it. But for me, I'm gonna just use a paper because I don't wanna keep flipping the page. So I'm gonna draw my 10 frames and then I'm gonna use it. So like me, but for you, you can just use your page. Just turn the page and use the 10 frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Quite big. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna use instead of flipping, but you can use your first page on your sheet 7-1. Okay. So what number I have here? 12. And if you don't know how to read it, you can go back and see the number and try to see. 17. Try to find the same word. So it's 17. All right. Okay, number 12. Remember, you need to use your 10 frame, and the idea to fill the first 10 frame to make 10 plus what's left for the second 10 frame. So first one is 12. It's done for you. It's 10 and 2. Let's do it together. Here's my first frame, first 10 frame. I'm filling it. So this is 12. 10. How many left to put them in to use the second 10 frame? 2. So 12 is 10. This is 10 and 2 left over. Okay. All right. Number 2. Let me go over it. All right. Number 2. 17. 17. So you need to write the number first and then show the numbers in your 10 frame. As I said, you can do from your the first page, but for me, I'm gonna use this one. So here's 10. So I need to have 17. So 10 and leftover 7. Very good. So I'm putting 5. Because I know the first row means 5 because this is row, right? And then 2 on the bottom. So 10 and 5, 6, 7. So 10 and 7, and that's what I'm gonna write here. 17 is 10 and 7. Okay, this is 14. 14. So 14 is, I have to make one 10 frame ready. So this is 10 and let me write it down. So this is my 10. So what's a leftover? 4. I'm going to put 4 and that will give me my number. So 10 and 4. Number 4, 16. Very good. If you're not sure how to write it, just go and look for your word and find the number. So 16. I know that would be 110 frame, 110 and 6 left over. So I know I have 4 here. This is 5 and one more, make it 6. So 16 is 10 and 6. And now number 5, 19. That's my number, 19. This is how I write it. And 19 is, again, 110 and how many left over? 9. Very good. So I need to fill my second 10 frame to make sure I have 19. So 19 is 10. This is my 10. And very good, 9. Awesome. So let me put this on the side and start to do number. Do you understand this question? Do you understand? All right. Do you understand how could you use 10 frames to show 13 counters? So easy. That's exactly what we just did. Get my 10 frames. I fill the first 10 frame with my 10s. So I have a complete 10. And then the leftovers, I'm gonna put them in the other 10 frame, right? So let me first fill my 10. So here's my 10, and then 3 more. So what did I do? I put 10 counters in one 10 frame, and then how many counters? Second one? 3 counters, another 10 frame. So that's what we're gonna exactly write it down. So I'm gonna use, oops, 10 counters in one 10 frame, and how many? Very good. And 3 counters in another 10 frame. And that's exactly how I solve these questions, and number 1 and number 2 using my 10 frame. All right, let's do some independent practice. All right. Use counter to make each number. Then write each number as 10 and some ones. So first you need to read your number, write it here, and then break it to 10 and how many left over. So over here you can draw your 10 frames, so you have 2 10 frames, and that will help you to do it. All right, so let's see. First one, if you're not sure, try to find the word here till you get used to. So I know that this is how it starts. So this is 13. So that's my number, 13. And I can draw small 2 10 frames will help me to do my answer, and I can use dots. I do one more, drawing my column and rows. So 13 is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And how many left? 3. I'm using the second 10 frame and I'm putting 3. So now if I want to read what I did, I will say 10 and 3. That's what I'm going to write. 13 is 10 and 3. All right. Next number, number 7. If you're not sure, go back again to the first box over here on page 240 and try to find the word. It's 11. Very good. So I'm gonna put 11. Again, I would like to draw my 10 frames because I want to make sure that I get used to, and then maybe after that I don't need them, but for the time being I need to use them to make sure I understand my concept. So 11, as I see, how many 10s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my first 10 frame. And then how many left over? 1. That's when I use the second 10 frame. So 11 is 10 and 1. Number 8. Very good. It's right there. 18. So I need to put the number first. So now I'm learning how to read it in letters and how to write it in numbers. So 18 is, I'm sure you know how to do it now and you don't need your 10 frames, but I want to make sure that everyone knows how to do it. Till you're ready, you don't need to draw your 10 frames, just put your numbers. So first, how many tens? 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my first 10 frame. That's 10. How many left? So I have leftover 8, and that's when I'm gonna fill my second 10 frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know the first row is 5. After 5, 6, 7, 8. So 18 is 110 and 8 leftovers. This number 15. Again, if you need help, you can just go back here. So 15, I know, I don't know my 10 frames now. I know it's 110. And how many left over? You got it, 5. 16, super. So let me write 16. How many tens in 16? 110, so it's a 10. And how many left over? Very good, 6. All right. Let's see number 11. Algebra, write the missing number. 15 is blank and 5. 15 is, very good, 10 and 5. Number 12, 19 is 10 and how many left over? 9. So 19 is 10 and 9. If you still need help, oops, if you're not sure, you can always draw your 10 frames or use another piece of paper and draw them in the side, or just flip your page and start your using these 2 10 frames that are for you. Okay, page 242, number 13. Solve the problems below. Jill has 14 buttons and 2 boxes. She put 10 buttons in one box. How many buttons does Jill put in the other box? So let's say she has 14 buttons, all right? So she put 10 in one box, and the rest she put them in another box. If I will think this is one box and this is the second box, so let's fill. She said she put 10. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the first 10 buttons that she put them in that first box. And then she put the rest in the other box, which is the second 10 frame, the leftover. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So draw counters to solve and write the numbers. So this is the counters I put, and now I have to put the numbers. So how many numbers does she put in the second box or the second 10 frame? 2, 3, 4. Very good. So 4 buttons. So 14, that's what she had her number. So 14 is 10 and how many left over? Awesome, 4. All right, let's go for number 14. Mika's pencil case can hold 16 eraser. There are 10 eraser in it now. How many more can she fit? So this is her pencil case, and it can hold 16 eraser. She only put 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So she put 10. So how many she need to add to get her 16? If you still need to do this 10 frame, you can do it. Put them on the side, and I know, okay. So she put 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and she has 16. So if she put 10, how many left over? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're looking for number 6, and it's B. Very good. So that's your choice. All right. Okay, choose a number from 11 through 19. So you're gonna choose number between 11 till 19. So 12, 11 all the way till 19. Draw a picture to show how to make the number with 10 frames. Write the number and the word. So we're gonna do exactly something like that. You're gonna put the 10 frames, you're gonna choose your number, and then you're gonna write the numbers in letters. So let's say your choice between 11 and 19. I'm gonna choose we have here 13, 11, 18, 19. I'm gonna choose 17. Okay, so 17. So they say you need to write it in words and in numbers. So here's 17, your choice. If you choose 11, this is how you write it, or 12, or 13, or 14. So you're choosing actually from 11 to 19. So one of these boxes, you're gonna choose a number. So I chose number 17, all right? Now I need to draw 10 frames like that. All right. I need to fill the first 10 frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 8, 9, 10. So that's my first 10 frame. And then what's left over? 7. I need to use the second 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I need to write it this way. So I'm gonna say I have 17. 17 is 10 and 7. All right, of course you choose any number you like, and all the numbers are written for you here in words, so you can choose from 11 to 19 any number, and then you do your 10 frame, and then you fill it exactly the way I did. All right, that's it for today, first graders. So we learned something new. This lesson is counting and skipping counting patterns till 120. This is the unit. It's unit 7, the new unit. And first lesson was making numbers 11 to 19 using 10 frames. All right, that's it for today, first graders. Thank you. Bye-bye.